Good afternoon, everyone. I am Rita Owen. I am with Just Rita Real Talk. I do a live radio show as well as I do angel readings and channeling, energy work. And so today I am going to start embarking on YouTube videos. So I thought I would go on. I just got done doing a video with a girlfriend of mine on Instagram. And so I just got done doing a reading and I'm like, you know what? Why not do it? Let's just start and let's get going. So whoever's out there, I welcome you into the Just Rita Real Talk show here on YouTube. And I'm going to start doing a reading for people. So if you have any questions, you can either chime in. You could use the chat. I will try to follow that as best I can. I hope you can hear me pretty well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my bowl, which is a pretty nice one, set the tone to bring people in. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. I love this. Okay. So I'm just going to start throwing cards. So what I do is I channel and I do readings for people, which is absolutely amazing. I love this work. So the cards will start falling out and moving all over. I use multiple different cards. And that's what I do. So it is time for us to study. So no matter what it is that we're looking to do in this world, if you're trying to change a career, if you're looking to see what your passion is, if there's something that you want to learn and do, it is time for you to start doing that. Start just from the beginning, pick up something and just start looking at it and start reading about or experiencing or getting information about, asking questions, those kinds of things. All right. A lot of us work out of integrity and truth. So one of the biggest things for you is this. You've got to get clear with yourself. So if you've been doing something that you know is not right, it's time for you to get integrity with yourself. Always be in integrity and always be truthful. It's not that easy to do. Sometimes we, tell white lies. Sometimes we don't always do what we say we're going to do. But the way we can gather our integrity and the confidence that we have inside ourselves is when we tell on ourselves and we get back into integrity and truth. When you do that, you create a space for people to trust and believe in who you are, and that's amazing. And that is something that is very important. A lot of people are not that way. A lot of people are struggling right now, and it's just time for us to start shifting our gears and changing. It's time to also purify, which means it's time to get rid of the old. Out with the old and with the new. If there are things that you've been holding on to that are not serving your highest good, let it go. If you haven't looked at something for a year or more, let it go. It's time to let things go. It's always time to let go of old energy as well. If you are pining over somebody who is not going to be back in your life, it's just time to let that person go. Move forward in your life. A lot of times what I do is I get rid of a lot of things. I will clean my house. I will sage it. I will do a lot of different things with my clothes. I'll get rid of a bunch of stuff so that I can bring in the new stuff. I don't hold on to things very long. I try to keep things as minimal as possible. All right, descending power. So here's also a time. We have a new moon. We're in October. The veil is very thin, which means you're probably experiencing a lot of things that you may not realize you're experiencing, seeing things out of the corner of your eyes. October is always a time where people can start to see spirit. People can start to see old ones. People see things out of the corner of their eyes. And this is that time. So if you're experiencing things, it's just time to start realizing that you are here. You're a soul in a human body. And it's time for you to start experiencing a lot of different things. So there's a lot of power that is coming from above. Things are going to start shifting and changing for you. You're going to start purging, letting go of things that you didn't realize. If you're finding yourself very emotional, if you're finding yourself angry, there's things that you are starting to get rid of. You're going to have peaks of joy. There's going to be things coming to you where all of a sudden you're going to start laughing and having fun. And you're going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe this is all happening. You've got to have the joy. You've got to experience the joy. A lot of times people don't take account to when they're happy. They just go through the motions. They don't really put a lot of emphasis on when they're being happy, when you're laughing, when you're enjoying your life. It's time for you to start doing that. It's time for you to start seeing things a lot differently. And it's time for you to start living your life. Quit waking up and saying, I'm living, a crappy life. Quit saying things like, this is always happening to me. I'm the one who always this happens to all the time. You got to quit doing that. It's time for you to start living an extraordinary life. And you're the one who can make that happen. The laws of attraction is very strong. If you say you have a crappy life, a shitty life, well, you're right, because you do. But if you say you have a wonderful life, an extraordinary life, that you do as well. We are also children of the moon. If you're paying attention and the moon catches your eye all the time, we're children of the moon. I'm a moon child. So a lot of the times I'm drawing in the moon's energy. The moon's energy is different than what most people say it is. When people say there's a full moon and people are crazy, well, that may be true to some point. But if you're a moon child, it is completely different. A moon child lives off of the moon, lives off of the energy, creates their own miracles through that energy. And this is something that you're going to realize as well. The story keeper also. Being a story keeper, when you've got the moon child and the story keeper at the same time, if you've gone through a lot in your life, if you've gone through a lot of trauma in your life and you are ruled by the moon, that negative emotion runs crazy. It runs rampant. And so you've got to quit telling your story to anyone who will listen. Or you have got to heal your story, heal your body, heal your soul, your inner child, so that you can share your story when somebody's trying to get to know you without getting crazy about it, without crying about it, without doing all that. You want to start learning how to live your life powerfully. And your story is all about how you can help another person. You don't want to tell your story so people can feel sorry for you and live through you. You want them to be able to live in a way that their story is powerful for them. And that's what you want to start learning how to do. So when you do that, you teach other people to do that. When you give up your story, your sad story, then you teach other people to do the same thing. Do you understand? So that is something that is very empowering, actually. Okay, forgiveness. Forgiveness is very important. No matter what it is that you're going through, forgiveness is very key. And it doesn't matter who's right or who's wrong. Forgiveness is about you being responsible for the situation that you're in, and you are forgiving your part of it, their part of it, the situation as a whole. Now, it doesn't mean that you bring people into your life who've hurt you in ways that you can't come back from, but you are healing. You are apologizing. You are not apologizing. You are forgiving of that situation. So I have been estranged from my family for years. And so I wanted something different for my child when I had him, which was a long time ago, 29 years ago. So anyway, I had to forgive my family. I have forgiven them over and over and over again. I've forgiven many situations over and over again. I have forgiven myself for putting myself in situations. I have forgiven myself for being cruel. I have forgiven myself for not being smart enough, or however it is that I found myself. And when you are forgiving, you are also setting other people free so that they can be a better version of themselves. So there's a Ho'oponopono prayer, which is, I'm sorry, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, and thank you. When you are always asking for forgiveness and you're saying that prayer, it doesn't matter if you're around the person or not. You can do that on a different level to where their life will shift and change as your life will shift and change. So that is something that's very important. If you are holding on to things that, you are not being forgiving for, you've got to let it go. Start to do some mirror work. Start to look deep within yourself and say, hey, is it worth it to hold on to all this anger? Because here's the thing. When somebody has done you wrong and you can't forgive and you can't let go, that doesn't hurt them. That hurts you. It keeps you stuck. It keeps you prisoner. So this is something that you want to start learning how to do to set your own self free. All right, now this is the part where I got to put on my glasses because it's hard to see. Okay, premonitions. So right now you're going to get premonitions. You're going to get messages that are coming to you. And these premonitions, they're like little pictures that come really, really fast, or they're in your dreams or in a conversation or something a flash that you see. So pay attention to those premonitions because they are there to either heed warning or to let you know what's coming up. It's time to get quiet with yourself as well. Meditate a little bit. Take in a deep breath and let it go. Center yourself to your breath so that way you are in a very relaxed state so that you can hear what's going on around you, or you can hear messages that your angels are trying to give to you. You want to be accepting of yourself. Accept who you are. Accept the messages that come to you. Accept the things that are going on in your life. Don't regret anything. Don't regret anything. Every opportunity has come to you for a reason. And when you can accept everything that comes to you, everything else shifts and changes in your life. I promise you, you will be surprised at the magic that happens when you can start doing this for yourself. It is unbelievable. It's time to start manifesting as well. And here's the thing about manifestation. You can manifest what you want, and you can also manifest what you don't want. And when you manifest things really fast with emotion, you draw it quickly to you very quickly. So here's the thing. When you are thinking about things that you don't want, or you keep running over your head all the things that you don't want, and you put a lot of emotion to that, you draw that really fast to you. But if you start to put emotion to the things that you really want as if you already have it, it will come to you even faster. Do you understand? So this is something that's very important for you to understand about manifesting. And it's time for you to start shifting and changing your life. Accept the things that you cannot change, and then just start making the changes that you want to make and start creating what it is, the life that you truly want to live. Nobody really wants to live in a life that feels sorry for themselves. They always want to make a life change that empowers them. And this is a great way to empower yourself. You're the compass in your life. You're the compass to where you want to go. You have to decide whether or not you want to do it, or if it's something that you're just going to let it go and let life happen the way it happens. But I promise, if you can start to be the compass of who you are, start learning the things you need to learn to keep moving forward, things are going to be a lot better for you. You're turning the light into the darkness. Do you understand? So this is something that is very important. There's a lot of things that are happening. There's a lot of information that is coming. Right now, there's a fight between dark and light right now. And you know that in the world, all the fighting that's going on, the rioting that's going on, the stuff that's happening with the corona and masks and school and people being segregated. There's so much going on in the world right now. And there is always light and darkness. Do you understand that? There is always something there that you can look at or you can hold on to that will get you to the next step, will get you to the next space, will help you to ease the pain that's been going on. So you've got to start looking for the light in all the darkness. Either way you look at it, if your rock bottom is not going to be as bad as you think, is if you are looking through something that is happening. So what I'm saying is, as there is light and darkness, when you feel like you're hitting a rock bottom, or you feel like things are shifting and changing so fast, you don't know how you're going to figure it out or get out of it, you are creating a new beginning for yourself. Do you understand? You're letting go of the old, you're purging the old, and you're creating a new. And this is something for you to understand as well. You have somebody in your life. Your soulmate is coming to you. There's somebody in your life who is already there and is helping you through it, is helping you pick yourself back up and moving forward. Or there will be somebody coming who is a soulmate of yours, but they're there to help you. They're there to guide you, show you that there's more to life than what you've been allowing yourself to have. And it's time for you to start seeing that. You've got to start appreciating the beauty in every single thing. Appreciate the beauty. Appreciate the experience and everything that you've been through, everything that you've seen. There is something there for you to appreciate and love, because when you learn and grow, it only makes you stronger. It makes you more beautiful. It makes you more valuable. You're attainable. You've got to have trust in yourself as well. You've got to stop second guessing yourself. You've got to let that go. You've got to allow yourself to have the most unconditional trust that you, no matter what, without a shadow of a doubt, will be able to take the steps that you need to take in your life because you know you're being led in the right direction, and this is something for you to do. This is something that is so important, and it's one of the hardest things to work on, especially when we have to listen. We have to quiet our mind. We have to quiet our ego. We have to tell ourselves, our ego selves, to be quiet so that we can hear and listen what our angels are trying to tell us, how our angels are trying to be guiding us. We have to ask for help from our angels, but we cannot hear them and get the help if we can't get the help if we can't hear them, correct? So if we have this clutter going on, this chatter going on, saying we can't do it, forget it, there's no way into it, however it is, then we can't hear our angels saying, yes, go here or go there, or maybe we can take a different step. It's up to all of us. There's got to also be balance in our lives. Balance is where you are happy and you're doing things. Everything is even keel. You're not all or nothing. Do you understand? You've got to be in the middle. You can't like put all yourself into something and nothing else. You can't put all yourself into a human being and nothing else. You have to have the balance where you have what you want and what you're working towards, and you're working cohesively together. So that way, when things do happen or people disappear, then you're not stuck. You're not left guessing, now what? You've got to have balance. You have to have all of that in your life. Your grace, your karmic grace, your karma is clearing. So there's a lot of purging going on. There's a lot of growing. There's a lot of learning. There's a lot of crying, a lot of tears. There's a lot of emotion being expelled because you're clearing the karma. You're healing, which is an amazing thing. Again, balance is so very important. If you are not letting go of your emotions, if you are not allowing yourself to purge, then you are not balanced. You are just keeping everything tucked away. And then over time, it's just going to fester and make things worse for you. Relationships. When you have balance and you are allowing yourself to heal, then the relationships can come in. The relationships that you are attracting to yourself are the healthy ones, the ones who will stay, the ones where you're going to have a great union together and things are going to work out for your highest good. You are sacred pleasure. I'm telling you, your angels love working with you, but they really want you to start playing. They want you to have fun. They want you to always enjoy your life. You're not here just to go to work and pay bills. You're here to have a fun experience. See yourself as an amusement park and enjoy your life. You have an abundance coming to you. You've got abundance all around you, but you've got to make sure that you are allowing yourself to have the abundance. You're receiving the abundance, but you're also having that abundance and you're using it. You're spending it. Dreams do come true. So when you return to your soul and you know exactly what it is that you want, you know exactly what it is that you're looking towards, then you can have the life that you so desire. You can have the life that you've been working so hard with. And again, abundance is here again. So balance and abundance is very prominent, which means that if we're out of abundance, if we're out of balance, our abundance is not going to come. If we are here and we are balanced with what it is with our life, we're having fun, we're in a relationship, everything seems to be going smoothly all the time. It's a good flow. You're balanced. So your abundance can come in and flow as well. But if you're all the way over here and you're not over here, then things are always off and you have to always try to figure it out. So it's time to come into balance. Spirit of place, which means there's spirit all around us. They're with us all the time. We see them in the corner of our eyes. We see faces and people that we didn't realize we saw. They're with us all the time. Pay attention to your animals. Pay attention to your pets. Your pets will let you know when the spirit is around us. And there should be spirit around everybody right now. This is the month where the veil is thinning and there's spirit all around us. I have 2 cats and they're playing with spirit all the time in my apartment. They're playing with them all the time. It's amazing. You're being guided. They're trying to tell you, they're trying to bring you in an area that is good for you. So sometimes doors are closing that you're not happy about, but you will realize in time that was the best decision. That was the best choice. So I've been married twice. My first husband, I had to close that door and say goodbye. He has now passed and we have rekindled our relationship from the other side. So it's been amazing. And now he's one of my spirit guides. My second husband, I had to let go of. I divorced because he is somebody where he's on a different path than I am. And so I appreciate him. I'm grateful for all that he has done and that we had done together, but then it was time to move on. So as I am closing doors and opening up new doors, my life has been extraordinary. I've been able to do wonderful things. I've been able to experience wonderful things, wonderful relationships. I've been able to go places. So these are things that when doors are closing, you're also opening up and you're being guided to. So if you're getting a lot of ideas, a lot of inspirations, a lot of things that you want to do, start jotting those things down, start writing them down. So that way, when certain things come up, certain opportunities come up, you're going to see that this is part of the plan and you're going to be able to do that because you'll be looking at your ideas that you have written down. Don't get stuck. Don't allow yourself to get stuck. Allow yourself to keep moving forward. Allow yourself to weather the storms. Allow yourself to be in with the wind, in with the rain. Allow yourself to get cleared and cleansed so that you can keep moving forward. Don't hold on to too many things too long. There is a lot of tragedy that does happen, but it's also time for you to realize that you have so much more life inside of you and you've got to start using it. It's time for you to also be of service. It's time for you to start doing good things for other people. The more you do wonderful things for others, the more you feel better about yourself. It builds up your confidence. You start to realize you're a lot more than you've ever given yourself credit for. Again, it's time to listen, hear your angels, where they're directing you, where they're guiding you to. And I promise you things will start to shift and change. Magical things are going to happen. Things are going to be like you couldn't even believe how things are shifting and changing. You're going to start to realize how amazing you are. You're going to realize the individual person that you are and who you are for people is extraordinary. And this is something that you absolutely deserve. One of the biggest things that I have learned in my journey is that I have a lot of talent and I have a lot of gifts. And when I share them with people, when I help them, then everything else moves forward. Everything else seems to go in a place that is so different. And for you, I want you to look at yourself in the mirror and start to look at what is it that you really want in your life? What is it that you're trying to achieve? Who are you being in those moments? Are you in truth? Are you in integrity? Are you being responsible for your parts? Are you being forgiving? Are you being a bowl full of love, holding space for others to move forward? And if you're doing all of that, things are already shifting and changing for you. Then you've got to wake up, open your eyes, and start seeing the beauty in your life. And when you start seeing the beauty in your life, everything else is going to shift and change. That is my word for you today. I love you. Have an amazing day and take care. I look forward to seeing you soon.